Now the coronaviruses, after the Toga virus, we will study the coronavirus, their properties and their structure. First of all, the structure. They are, of course, the encapsulated viruses, the enveloped viruses, and club-shaped projections are present on the envelope. As it's clear, the diagram just in front of you, that they have some special kind of the projections are present on the envelope, which are important for the life cycle for the virus. And then the 80 to 160 nanometer in diameter. The capsid is of the helical shaped. So just to describe the diagram there, they have the spikes, glycoproteins are there. Then there are also present the membrane glycoproteins, small enveloped glycoproteins are there. Nucleocapsid phosphoproteins are always present there. And then the RNA just coiled with the capsid. And this is the structure of the coronaviruses, having the projections on the envelope. The coronaviruses are the species belonging to the subfamily Coronaviridae in the family of the Coronavirinae in the family of the Coronaviridae, and the order is the nidovirales. Coronaviruses are the enveloped viruses, as we have already seen, with the positive sense single-stranded RNA genome and have the nucleocapsid of the helical symmetry. The size of the genome of the coronaviruses will be ranging from the 26 to 32 kb, and the largest of the RNA viruses, its size will coincide with the largest of the RNA viruses. Some common diseases which are caused by the coronaviruses. Common cold is the second most common reason of the common cold is the coronaviruses. Then there is a very important disease, SARS. It was very, very famous in the media a few years before. The severe acute respiratory syndrome, it will be caused the gastrointestinal tract infections in the kids and the little children of the human beings. It will also cause the GIT tract infection. We can just have a look, just a bird's eye view on the SARS. It's the zoonotic origin, acute respiratory disease. It will cause the respiratory failure and respiratory disease, and the disease can be transmitted from the from the animals to the human beings. That's why it's very dangerous. Outbreaks leads to enormous number of the deaths, of course, because of the respiratory failure are there. The clinical symptoms are the flu and the fever, lethargy, weakness is always there in any kind of the disease, and the cough and the pneumonia. Cough and the pneumonia are very important symptoms for every disease which is related with the respiratory system of the host. After the SARS, there is one more disease of the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. It is called MERS, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. It is also causing the respiratory symptoms. As we have already studied, the respiratory symptoms will be associated with the cough and with the pneumonia, and also along with the lungs. So it will cause the fever, cough, and the breath problem. However, sometimes it may also cause the diarrhea, which is the digestive tract problem. Then the mortality rate is about 35% because of the respiratory failure is always there, and then when the respiration stops work, it is difficult to breathe, then it will lead to the respiratory failure and it will lead to the death. Camels are the major reservoir host. The reservoir host, as we have already studied, that it is zoonotic in nature, and the camels are major reservoir. Camels are harboring the virus inside them, and they are major reservoirs, and they are acting as the host for the MERS.